Last week I posted a video about the 4 types of blog content that I'm still writing in 2025, and kind of a mixed bag of reactions. A lot of people were asking, what about topical authority? Can you really write competitor versus content like directly on your own site when it's about you and the competitor? The answer to the second question is yes, absolutely. I'm going to show you an example of why. The other part of the point is topical authority. Yeah, it still does play a role. It still matters. There's just different ways of going about it now. And I am far more interested in driving revenue for clients in the short term as opposed to building topical authority for a long-term play in the next 12 to 18 months. Okay. Search is evolving way too fast to be having a 12 to 18 month bet, in my opinion. So you have to get your wins in while you can. So I'm going to show you kind of the performance of just one of these blogs that I've written for clients, or that our team has written for clients. It's already got like 200 clicks in the first 2.5 weeks. And I'm going to kind of break down exactly how it works, and I'm going to go back and share the structure. So let's do it. All right. So here's just one example of a competitor alternative article that we published for one of our clients. Okay. We published this article back on May 24th. Looks like it's the first day it popped into the index, so it must have been May 23rd. Anyway, since that time, 200 clicks already, 15,000 impressions, and it sits at an average of 5.7 ranking over the last, what is that? Like just over 20 days probably. So actually 17 days, June 9th. Yeah, 17 days. Okay. So it's climbing clicks and impressions, climbing ranking, which is great to see. Moonbrew reviews, we get 33 clicks on position 3. Okay. So people search for Moonbrew reviews, and it's probably like Moonbrew's actual website shows up. It's probably Reddit that shows up number 2. And then we show up number 3. 200 people a month searching for, or in the last, 17 days searching for Moonbrew alternative. We're getting 23 of 200 clicks, which is crazy for a blog. Moonbrew versus Beam. This is another competitor. Again, we're not Beam. We're another brand. And we are also covered Beam in this article, and we're already getting 210 impressions, 15 clicks out of that. Moonbrew versus Beam again. Like, we're just siphoning off branded traffic, like at will from Moonbrew, right? I mean, the fact we've got 200 clicks in 17 days, and like all these people we're searching for beyond alternative, we're searching for like probably Moonbrew at the end of the day. It's crazy. Like, and now we've got a product embed on that's driving like a couple $100 every single week in sales. So these kinds of blogs perform really well, right? And I already ran you through kind of like what the layout is. So let me just flip over to that and show you like how this works, so you can do this and take down bigger brands. All right, so I showed you the results of just one of the blogs we've written for brands. That's a sleep supplement. Okay. Now again, like it follows the exact same content framework I detailed in that video last week, and the same one I'm again showing you now. Okay. It's very simple. Take your competitor alternatives is the name of the article. Okay. We actually ended up putting 2 competitors in there. So it was like Moonbrew versus Beam versus ourselves. And we also had H2s and H3s going after like alternative, kind of base keywords. The article actually, obviously I just showed you it's kind of crushing for 2.5 weeks on like a really low DR site. I think the brand is like DR 30 maybe. So the fact that it's already getting that much traction is pretty impressive. But again, like this is not a very difficult blog to write. Guaranteed with the right like ChatGPT script or custom GPT, like you could spit out any one of these articles pretty quickly. And again, like it really just like is getting over that mental barrier that like you actually can write on your own site about your competitors. It's totally fair game. It's not illegal. Like, don't be hating on, like, you can't be like, just like slandering them. But like if you're preparing very objective content, totally fine. Okay. So like, again, just best competitor alternatives, your brand, competitor 2, competitor 3, competitor 4, right? And ours, we took like a bit of a hybrid approach, again, like between competitor alternatives and you versus competitor, but it works really well, right? And again, like I've got all these. You should just like go watch that video and check out kind of how they work in depth. But I would say if you're having a lot of trouble getting traction as a new brand, just write these articles, these 2 particularly, and just siphon off branded traffic from brands who are a hell of a lot bigger than you. Okay. Moonbrew and Beam are probably like each 10 times the size of the brand we're writing for, and we're just stealing clicks left and right every single day because we're targeting their own keywords. So this is kind of like, it's kind of how people do like, negative ads or like bidding on competitor ads or competitor brand names rather than Google ads. Like same thing. We're just like kind of stealing the clicks, or converting into revenue. But it's kind of the name of the game in search. You got to get your wins where you can. So if you're having trouble as a new brand, I would recommend playing off your competitors letting them do all the heavy lifting for you.